Roman, you sketching tonight with me? I'll listen to a podcast. Awesome. What podcast are you listening to? Ooh, Israel-Palestine debate. It's all white noise at this point. Yeah. Yep. I'm so tired of it. Really want to keep politics off this channel. I consume a lot of political stuff during the day to the point where it gets sickening. I have to like do a detox every few months. I just got to do a week-long detox where I totally escape from politics. Usually I'll just listen to like I don't know, like it has to be something like mind-numbing or just totally out in left field, like a cryptid podcast or something, with some like scary Wendigo stories or something. I like some horror stuff, but then I'll do that too much, and then I got to go in the opposite direction. I'll freak myself out. So. Let me just get some markers real quick. Oh yeah. We only get the classiest from J Scott Campbell. Let me tell you, he does a nice blend of classy and trashy. You know, I like that, classy and trashy. Just a perfect blend. So I don't usually draw hot chicks, but tonight we are. You know who else was really good at drawing classy but trashy? Well, can't say classy but trashy. Just really all class, I think, was Michael Turner. Michael Turner, that guy could draw some amazing women. I think that's what drew me to your channel. To be fair, a well-placed sketch of an anime waifu. Yes, it probably did. I'm not too bad at drawing the women, man. Alright, so I have a sketch here, but I'm like noticing some stuff where I'm off. Also, I'm sitting at like a weirder angle just so my head isn't in the way of the camera, which can sometimes like throw off my perspective and what I'm saying. So there's gonna be some minor adjustments here. As I see them. You know what I got probably like a couple months ago? Classy but trashy. Now, so like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, I found Michael Turner's first published work, which was an issue of Ballistic. I'm not sure if I can find it right now. I'm not gonna keep getting up and grabbing stuff like I usually do. By the way, if you're new here, go and click that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Do a lot of anatomy studies and other stuff for comics and manga. And I have my own manga called Burst Code, and I should probably put the links in the description, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'll do it later. Pretty decent sketch. I'll leave it right there. Although, I did kind of forget to... Dropped it with the hands, of course. Something like that. Mike Kaz, what's up, buddy? You using reference for this pose? Comes straight from imagination. No, I'm actually looking at some J Scott Campbell tonight. Creator of Gen13 and Danger Girl. So I was actually looking up here at this little doodle. So I have a hard time coming up with just random inspiration from the top of my head. I need some sort of prompt, honestly. Or, you know, Pinterest is really helpful, and so is Instagram. If you just go scrolling through there, sometimes, you know, you just find a pose and you sketch it. And you can even just force yourself to sketch a pose, even if you're not, like, feeling it. You know, push through it, and once you, eventually you'll start feeling it. I usually don't stick too closely to the reference pose. Sometimes I'll be like, you know, this arm isn't working for me, or, you know, once you start, you then usually come up with your own ideas. So, but yeah, I like finding reference or some sort of, you know, inspirational image and then riffing on it. So, never stick too closely to your reference. I'm liking this guy. This Halloween. You know, draw something creepy. I don't know. You know what? There we go. I like that. Anyone else sketching with me tonight? I like the idea that, you know, I'm streaming and then there's a bunch of other people also like sketching with me or working on some. I love that idea. It's like an online studio. I don't think we'll ever get back to the point where like there's a bunch of artists in the same sharing the same studio space. I don't think we'll ever get back to that point. It's a real shame. I love hearing the like studio stories from like Wildstorm or oh, what's the one? Genjin? Why am I blanking on it? The one Adam Hughes and he was in with Brian Stelfreeze. Anyway, there's like 13 guys in there and they all just playing video games or pranking each other and just goof off, you know, 5 days out of the week, and then 2 days out of the week they're cramming and just funny stuff. I don't think we'll ever get back to that point, especially since, you know, one, technology's gotten so good, but also, you know, ever since the pandemic, nobody wants to go back to working in a space like that. Pretty much just studying the morpho anatomy book, probably finish some unfinished sketches while listening. How's your day going for you? My day's stressful. I was supposed to have off today, but it was Halloween in town, so they were doing like some community trick-or-treating. So all the local businesses were open. Some of them just handing out, you know, candy, but I own my own bakery. So we went in, we baked some stuff. We were pretty light today. We were only open for like 2 or 3 hours, and it was pretty light. But we were there, you know, early. My car died earlier this week, which sucks ass. So I gotta go buy a car tomorrow on my 1 day off this week. So this week's been rough, man. It's been rough. But this is stuff that, you know, helps me keep my sanity. Yeah, it sucks, Roman, but you know what? You know, I'm just upset because I had the car since 2012. No, 2011. I've had this car longer than I've been married. So, this car's been with me for a long time. And that's part of the thing that sucks. Also, I just don't... It's another car payment, you know? Gone quite a while without a car payment is nice. I just don't want to do that again. But it is what it is, you know. I can afford it, but it's not ideal, you know. Just a long week, man, long week. So. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully it'll get better for you. How do you like being a baker? I don't know. Bakery's not really my passion, but I love being my own boss. That's the thing I love. I was in the military for 4 years, then I got out. I contracted for the government, so I've worked for the federal government. I've been in the military. I've been a contractor for the government, and then I was a correctional officer for 5.5 years. So I've worked for local government too, and I just hate the government now. It's just bullshit from top to bottom, honestly. So yeah, at some point I was like, I'm either gonna make the best of this, you know, county job, or I'm gonna leave. And when I leave, it's going to be something where I'm my own boss. I'm not going to some other, you know, system where I have to work for someone else. So, but my wife is the genius. She's a cake decorator and baker, and she just started like a Facebook page during COVID, and it took off. And we've been really lucky. So being my own boss is nice, but I do work absolutely all the time now. So unless there's no business, and that's scary. So yeah. By the time you finish paying off a car note, your car is already on the verge to get replaced. Yeah, well, I had a Jeep, and Jeeps tend to last a good amount of time. And I rarely had a job with that Jeep where I wasn't commuting like an hour. So, I mean, for a time I even worked in DC, and DC roads are shit. So many potholes. Really tore up the car, but it kept going. It was like 13 years old, so that's a good life. And I swear I had like five years without a car payment. It was wonderful. You know what, man? Me and the wife, we always make it through. We always succeed. I'm not worried. I'm just, just like one more thing, What do you mean by that? Alright, so here was the inspiration pose, and here's what I did. The biggest thing that I noticed is that his arm versus my arm, mine goes further out. She does make it look like she's yanking it way too far forward, too far over to the side. Should probably straighten it out, like what he did. So, like looking at poses and then this is studying, man. This is just learning. An untrained eye might think, like, oh, so you're just copying poses? No, it's studying. Studying from the masters, man. So let me straighten that out. So the first thing I notice is that this arm comes down and it basically goes straight up right about here. It's going over. I'm not trying to necessarily copy his style, but maybe some line choices, but I'm more studying the pose. That's looks like bullshit, but oh wait, that's why. Okay. I think I fixed it. Roman, what's going on, man? Retracting a bunch of stuff? What is that? Why does it show retracted on my screen? I don't know. Still studying Frank Frazetta for your sketches from time to time? Yeah, of course. Always studying Frank. When I get the chance, Like I said, I got a business on top of like working on my manga. and then the YouTube channel. I got a lot going on, so I feel like I'm just struggling to keep my head up, but how's that look? Oh, you just don't want to clutter the chat. Okay. I've never seen that before. I had no idea how you do something like that. But cool. I think the pose would work if her head was tilted a little forward with facing the gun, right eye aiming down the sights. I think so too. Sticking to the reference on that one, it looks like the head's tilted in a different direction. Doing the kind of side eye down the sights. But yeah, you're right. I feel like it would work better that way too. At least that would definitely be more realistic. I don't know. I don't know why Jay did it this way, but makes me think maybe he doesn't shoot. But Looks like she's blind firing from cover position on a hallway or something. Maybe that was what he was going for, but yeah, you're right. I don't think J Scott Campbell shoots a lot of guns, to be honest. Not that I know him that well, but just don't think he does. I got this brush pen. It's Kuretake. Doesn't look like a brush. But it gets some really thick lines. I'm not even going to draw the face. I'm not that interested in the face. So, all right. Still look a heck of a ton better than my awful gun and hand drawings, LOL. My gun looks like a cardboard cutout when I draw them. Dude, I got to be honest. This is one of the better guns that I've drawn. At least quick from a... Dude, this is almost like a 3/4 angle on a gun. And you know what, profile, I can do them real quick, really good. It's either like the profile or straight on. I can do them perfectly fine. You get into 3/4 like this, and I start getting lost. For some reason, I can't do them. This is the best I've definitely done. 3/4. They're tough, dude. Guns are tough. You need to have reference for guns. I'll tell you that right now. Plus, in this case, with Danger Girl, listen, he draws basically the same 3 or 4 guns over and over again. And one of them is this one. I'm pretty sure she's using a Desert Eagle. That's because that's huge. He's just drawing the Desert Eagle over and over again. He probably got a model or something. But look at this. Jay's a professional, man. He got it down. He just drew it over and over again. He got reference. And he mastered that shit. He mastered it. I like how he does this little glare, a little shine on the knife. Awesome. I like how he does that. You know what? Let's go. Let's look into Gen 13. Let's look into Gen 13 reference now. Dude, looking back, this is some of it's kind of like, oof. Look at that, he does do good guns. He's always been pretty good at guns. Guns and hot chicks, man. I'm really jealous. 2 things I always want to be good at. Smoking. Can't do that anymore in comics. Whenever I can, I like to draw my Wolverine smoking. He'll have a big cigar in his hand or a beer. Because that's how I remember him, you know? And that's really the best Wolverine. You know, he's got to be smoking and drinking a beer. I don't like how they nerfed everything now. See if we can find some good poses in here. That'd be a good one to do. Right. Dude, his chicks are like 9 to 10 heads tall. Just looking at, and most of it's probably in the legs. It's crazy. Crazy, but he pulled it off. Damn. You just made up that gun. I like that. That one's hitting me right now. Let's do that. So I got this giant metal clip, and that kind of helps me keep my pages and stuff. And yeah, I want to just stand them up in front of me. I'll just go on to another page. Oh hey, if you guys want to look into Adam Warren, fuck yes, Adam Warren. Dude, his art style is amazing. He started drawing pinup for his friends and ended up making comics. Yeah. Got the rights to Dirty Bear manga. He got the rights? That's awesome. Dude, it's funny you mentioned that, because I was like looking at Adam Warren's Instagram yesterday. Because I was like, man, I haven't seen anything from Adam Warren in a while, and I love his stuff. And I think I first discovered like Adam Warren on Gen 13, but I was too young. I didn't really like recognize the name or anything. And then I saw it in Battle Chasers later. He did like a back issue story of Red Monica, and I was like, that looks familiar, and it all connected for me. But yeah, Adam Warren's amazing. Yeah, he finally posted something recently on Instagram. He's great. I wonder if I turn it this way, can you guys see the whole page? Nope, not quite. Alright. If you guys are enjoying the stream, can you guys please hit the little thumbs up, the like button? Let the algorithm know that I'm doing something right. And subscribe if you really like comic book and manga art, Adam Warren, J Scott Campbell, that kind of stuff. Every little bit helps. Still a small channel. Trying to get to the monetization part, you know? Can't quite get there. Wait, what? Does he have an X account by any chance? I don't know if he has an X account. He might. He's older, but he's not like socially like illiterate. He's pretty on top of it. Hit the like and share your stream on the socials and Discord. Awesome, thank you. Dude, Discord. I haven't done Discord in a while. I started doing it, and honestly, it's just too much shit for me to keep up with. You know, you got Discord, Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever wants to go by. I can't. I really have to narrow it down. And YouTube has been working out the best for me. I've been on Instagram like 10 years and hasn't done shit for me, but I don't want to give it up, so I don't know. Twitter, I just don't get. Oh, thanks for sharing, by the way. Oh, his Twitter's under empowered. Gotcha. Don't have to check that out. Is he on there more than he's on Instagram? Because he's not super popping on Instagram. Shill the thought drawings. Dude, I was going to do that, but I don't know. I tried doing that a little bit and just made me feel dirty. So I just don't like, pretending to be something that I'm not. Because, and then it's like, okay, you do some thought drawings to get people in, then you start doing some real drawings that you're actually interested in doing, and then people leave or don't stick around. So just kind of at that point where I'm like, well, I think I should just do the stuff that I want to do, and the people that are interested, and I know they're out there, will come. And I just gotta keep doing what I want to do. Eventually, the right people will see it. Although you said you primarily clicked over here because you saw, was it a waifu in the thumbnail? So maybe you're not wrong. I'll slip one in. Just occasionally slip one in. Why do I feel like this needs more arch? Back needs more arch. Come on. Move that shoulder. Yeah, a tiny bit, not too much. Pull some of my mutuals, follow his ex account. Stay on. Oh, you wish it stayed on the Twitter name? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why Elon wanted to call it X. Especially, I don't get it. The icon on my phone, it's still like the old Twitter icon. It shouldn't have changed by now. Like, I don't know. I feel like stuff was supposed to change when you just decided to call it X. Try to make it more dynamic. I'll actually do some facial details on this one. Eye scar or tattoo? What do you think? What should we do? Move it up to the chat. Roman says tattoo. What do you think, Mike? We'll go with tattoo. Good idea. Let's Rob Liefeld this thing up. And just all the leg pouches. Add some down here too. Vary the sizes and shapes of some of the pouches. You know what else he did? One of the characters just had like these random cylinders. Don't know if they were supposed to be like extra long bullets, but I thought they looked cool as a kid, and now I'm just really curious. Were they syringes? Is this character like Bill Cosbying people? Or was it extra long bullets? Could have been either one. Bill Cosby or Sniper. Back to spray maybe. You know what? Extra large shoulder pads. That's what we need. There we go. Going full 90s on this one. So of course we're gonna have to add a sword on her back as well. Yeah, Silver Sable, dude. Come on, chat, give me some more 90s ideas on this one. Some more Rob Liefeld type shit. It would be hilarious as if Rob Liefeld was in the chat. That would be fucking hilarious. Oh, yes. I'll hide the... You know, I got 1 foot here. And I will just conveniently add some smoke coming up. Boom. And some smoke coming up over here too. Just to hide this one. Boom. Done. Hidden hands and feet. An scooter of some kind? An scooter or like scouter? Some sort of shit. You know what did Shatterstar have? Like some chunky headgear? That's what we need. Some chunky headgear, and it'll go into eye gear. Boom. Hell yeah. 90s AF, bro. There we go. What else can we do? Have I hit it all? Have I hit on everything? I'm going to do a shit ton of hatching. And I think once I do that, we will have nailed it. Yeah, that's enough. Don't add this, but pencil thin waist comes to mind when thinking Rob Liefeld. Yeah. And big tits on Captain America. Oh man. Triple D Captain America. That was classic. I think I got the waist pretty thin though. That's as thin as I'm gonna go anyway. I'll back up just a look. See what we got going. Yeah, Captain's chest was too much. Too much. I hope Rob doesn't see this. That would be, because I actually do like some of his stuff. Not all of it. Obviously, the Captain, I think he regrets. But I still love like Brigade and his X-Force stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he body swapped with Colossus. Let me see. I'm sure I got. Ooh. Here's some prime 90s shit. X-Force and Youngblood. You know what's really cool is that this is Stephen Platt. Stephen Platt cover. He did a few pages of the interior. Let's see what we got. Pencils, Stephen Platt with Dan Fraga, Richard Horry, Ching Lau, Michael Lynch, Lin Chang, Mark Pajarillo, Andy Park. Ooh, Andy Park's in here too. Yeah, that's too many people. They must have busted this thing in like 2 days. Yeah, it's... Look at these trees, man. Come on. You know, it's X-Force and Youngblood. I would expect more energy in a big team-up book like this. But at least this page looks like Stephen Platt did entirely himself. So, ooh, like 2 pinups back to back. Yeah, there's the huge shoulder pads, tons of pockets and straps. Their unnecessary headgear. What the hell are those for? It doesn't matter. He looks cool, right? Badrock was probably my favorite. It's definitely my favorite as a kid. He just looked so friggin' cool. I had no idea he was supposed to be a kid. Probably he's like 14 or something. But awesome. Anyway, let's get back to this thing. Yeah, everyone had a godlike body. That's when heroes were heroic and admirable and worth aspiring to, you know? Now they're not, so. Alright. I'm gonna clean this up. I don't think I'm gonna ink this one. I kinda like it penciled. This pencil is a 0.9 lead, like your normal average pencil is a 0.7. So 0.9 is pretty thick. That's not super common. This one's a 0.5. And I love using this one for tightening up. Oh, and then here's the 2 millimeter. This is the typical lead holder. Just in case you guys were curious. These are the 3 sizes that I prefer to work in. I really don't go to 0.7 at all. So Canal. What's up, Canal? I can create a comic book without perspective. Are you talking like visual perspective, or like without having a perspective on the story? Dual meaning there on perspective. Now it's the era of the frumpy. Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, you can make characters relatable without doing what they're doing nowadays, you know? Like Peter Parker was always relatable. When he was a nerd or when he was being heroic with his six-pack and shit, you know? Like, they honestly don't have to look like you to be relatable to you, you know? They don't even have to be the same race as you to be relatable, to be honest. Like one of my favorite X-Men growing up was Bishop. Looks nothing like me, you know? Had to do with his powers, and that I thought he was interesting. He was kind of a killer when he first started. He was a badass. He didn't care about these criminals, and he would just beat the shit out of them. And he just wanted to kill Fitzroy. And you know, and he came from a time where the X-Men weren't there, and it's almost, he was the perfect kind of like video game character, you know, that you start off with. That's like character that's new to the world, so you're experiencing the world as this character. He was the perfect kind of character that readers could relate to if they were new coming into this comic book, which had, you know, like 60 years of history by the 90s, you know? Well, 30. Yeah, because it was the 60s when they came out, so 30 years of history. There's a lot there. A lot there to unpack, and Bishop's kind of the perfect character to do it. So a lot of people, I think, could relate to him at first. Yeah, Bishop looked badass. Now look at him. He doesn't look... I don't even know what they did to him. Something after like the whole Messiah complex. He just kind of became like a bad dude. I don't know. Yeah, Nightcrawler doesn't look like me. You know? I don't know. You can find something to relate to in every character, I feel like. Doesn't just have to be the shallow, outward things like gender or color. Frankly, it's really kind of lazy writing, I think. I guess she's kind of there. And I'll post high-res images, what we do on the stream, on my Instagram and on the community tab if you guys want to check it out. For some reason it isn't super clear, you want to see the finished stuff. You know, one thing I did on my Instagram that I thought was a really cool idea, but didn't get a whole lot of feedback for some reason. And you know, I don't have a huge Instagram following, it's like 500. But one time I did like, what if anime characters were designed by Rob Liefeld? And for some reason that was such an interesting concept to me. I made like Inuyasha with a bunch of pockets and shoulder pads and spikes on them. And I thought that was really fun. I would like to do something like that again. What do you guys think, though? What if I did like a series of sketches or videos redesigning anime characters, like if they were designed by Rob Liefeld in the 90s? Or designed by like Todd McFarlane, you know? Give it that 90s aesthetic. What if Inuyasha was a image character? I thought it was a cool idea. What do you guys think? Also, if you're new in here, please click the like button. And if you're into comics, anime, and manga style art and the process of making that, go and subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. I usually have a poll on what I'm going to stream next, and you can find that in the community tab. All right, Roman's down for that. Inuyasha, I haven't heard of that anime in a long while. Yeah. Dude, it's funny. A few years ago, I started watching it on Netflix. I didn't watch it growing up because I was like, that looks girly. And, you know, next to Dragon Ball Z, it was kind of girly. And it was created by a woman, so it's a fair point. But I decided to give it a chance like a few years ago, and I started watching it with my kids, and my kids ended up liking it too. And at the time, they were like 4 and 6. So a 4-year-old and 6-year-old were watching Inuyasha with me, and it's kind of cool. Not, you know what? They weren't in love with it, but they liked it, and they would sit there and watch it with me, and that was fun. Remember, I bought a She-Hulk comic for pose, perspective, and anatomy reference, only to find out it was just her in court working as a lawyer. Oh my god. What was this, like a new She-Hulk, or was it had to be a new She-Hulk? I can't imagine they would have done that back in the day. Just an entire comic of her in court. Although, what's his name? Is it Buscema? John Buscema? He did She-Hulk way back in the day, and that was epic. It was great. Roman says he's down for that. Mike Makoto from Ghost in the Shell. I love Ghost in the Shell. Makoto is awesome. Is it Makoto or Motoko? It's Motoko. Kusanagi. Just watch Ranma and DBZ. Kid Goku. Yeah. Sorry, it wasn't DBZ. It was Dragon Ball with Kid Goku. You know, that was kind of like my intro to anime, but it didn't stick for very long. It just didn't hold my attention. The fights were fucking forever. You know, the whole Cartoon Network back in the day with anime, just like Outlaw Star was there, and that held my attention. That was awesome. And then they had Cowboy Bebop, which of course everyone knows. I got like the entire series and the movie on DVD and Blu-ray. I love Cowboy Bebop. I love Shinichiro Watanabe, the creator of Cowboy Bebop, because he also did Samurai Champloo, and that is awesome. That had a huge influence on me. Like, what if I did Samurai Champloo if it was designed by Rob Liefeld? I feel like that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, exactly. The 4-episode stare down. It was insane. And it got a little, I don't know if it got worse with Naruto and Bleach, but a lot of the same issues there. And that's honestly kind of why I got out of anime for a period, like during college. I don't know. I was, at least the shonen battle action stuff. Geez, what did I watch when I was in college? I watched a lot of other stuff. A lot, still anime, but like I don't remember what it was. Like Gantz, the original like 26 episode show for Gantz. That was epic and strange. What are some anime characters you guys would like to see designed by Rob Liefeld? I feel like that could be really fun. I would have a blast with that. Because pockets are fun, you know? Yes, Samurai Champloo is great, as is Cowboy Bebop. Yeah. Shinichiro Watanabe is coming out with the new anime, too. God, what is it? It's... Oh, I already forgot the name. But it looks awesome. It's kind of about like a sickness, pandemic thing that happens, and then everybody gets, you know, the shot that cures them, but then it ends up being a con, and everybody's actually going to die from this shot. It's kind of strange. Kind of strange. I'm not going to get too political here, but interesting concept. Everyone's forced to take this shot, and then it's like you only, and then like the scientist who made the shot makes a public announcement. He's like, by the way, you all only have like 1 month to live. What will you do, or something like that? And it looks actually very entertaining. It has some epic names on it, like the action choreographer from John Wick is working on this anime, choreographing some of the fights. And of course, Shinichiro Watanabe. I'll watch anything he does. By the way, I stream on my phone. I don't know how much battery my phone has. I'll be honest with you. I'm just going to keep going until I quit or it dies. All right, let's see. Sorry. I really love to see you do concept art of the three main characters from Cyber City Odo 808. Looks great, Fred. No worries. Imagine doing Cyber City 808 in Marvel form. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I'm not super familiar. I'm not familiar with that one. Give me one sec. Let me Google it. Ooh. Yeah. Looks like they already got the big shoulders. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Dude, why haven't I seen this one before? Is this new? No, can't be new. Dude, I'm gonna have to do some research on that thing. Expect me to do something about that, because that looks friggin' awesome. What, like the cyberpunk, the mohawk, and the visor. Yeah. It's a 3-part mini movie. So, okay. Like a 3-part OVA. Dude, when did that come out? Is that 80s or 90s? That looks awesome. It looks... Dude, the style doesn't look new, but like the images look crisp. But the style definitely says like 80s or 90s to me. I love that cell shading style too. I would love to do a manga that's cell shaded like that. Early 90s, awesome. That's some of the best anime, man. At least in my opinion. I feel like everybody says the anime from their childhoods is the best. So, you know. My younger brother would say, you know, no, anime from the 2000s are the best, you know. And I'm like, no way, it's the 90s. And, you know, an older person would be like, you know, no, it's the 70s because that's when they were a kid. But I think legitimately we had the best in the 90s. Oh, camera malfunction. My phone's probably about to die. I'm not sure